Y'all, it's the night that the zebra gets her infusion for the next 3 weeks of all of this interesting stuff over here. I got my pump ready, got everything plugged into it, getting ready to fill up my IV bag with this right here, HyQvia. It goes into this bag here. I already filled it up with one bag, and I'm getting ready to show you the other one. And excuse all the mess. And this is the leg, the thigh, where the needles are getting ready to go. For all you squeamish people who can't handle needles, I will not be filming this part. But I will show you this syringe full of HY, and all of this will be going underneath my skin on this side and over here on this side. Right now they are taped up with lidocaine so that the needles will not be as painful going in, and this medication does have a burn to it, and yeah, if any of it gets on the skin, it does burn. So going under the skin also causes a little burn, so the lidocaine is to help with that. The medication that I am referring to is right here, recombinant human hyaluronidase, component of HyQvia. This is used to puff up the skin where the needle goes to make room for this huge bottle of immunoglobulin, 10% human plasma, HyQvia. This goes underneath my skin. A lot of people get theirs in a port in their chest. They go to an infusion center and do it. I have very, very poor veins, and this causes crazy infections for me. This is the lidocaine that I use prior to sticking the needle in. But right now I'm going to put this, oh, and this is the pump. I know I've got it set up with new batteries, and it takes about 8 hours for all of the medicine to go in. I've got it all piled up on my bed now right now because I am still dealing with some serious back issues, so I can't really sit up very long periods at a time and do this at my kitchen table or downstairs. So these are the tegaderms that will hold the band-aids in, but for the moment I am getting ready to put my camera on the tripod and show you how I get this HyQvia immunoglobulin into this bag. I was trained to do this, so I would not have to do it at the hospital or have it done intravenously because I have no veins. So I've learned to do it subcutaneously, which means it goes into the soft tissue of my thigh. So this zebra is getting ready to get pumped up tonight. So I'm going to pause this momentarily. I think we're filming. So I've taken a alcohol prep and clean the top of this so that the gravity bag, I'm going to lay this right across my shoulder. Ugh. Okay, so this little spike is going to go in here. I know you just saw me do that. I just wasted some liquid gold, so don't do it the way I did it, y'all. Please. Just saying, I had forgotten to lock this clamp. I cannot believe that. So, now we're getting ready to get this to come out. And by the way, this stuff is very, very sticky. So while we are waiting, I'm going to clean myself with the Alka swab because I did get a little bit on me, and this part does not stain, just the high. So, and we're going to watch this go down into the bag, and the bag has to be hanging upside down because this is done by gravity. So I'm going to hang it down, and there's a little thing here that needs to be popped, and there we go. That's how you get the infusion of the immunoglobulin into this bag. It's going down. You can see the bubbles. You can hear the bubbles. I did just lose some precious ounces of this. And I'm mad at myself because of that. Because this stuff is very expensive and very vital to my livelihood. So frustrated right now that I allowed some of it to leak out. But you just keep going until this bag is full. And ta-da! Until this is empty. I'm going to move up a little bit because I have a feeling that there may be a little bit more in here. So I'm going to just wiggle my spike to get the last few drops. I hate that these bubbles form in here, and I know that there's some liquid gold that stays inside here with those bubbles, and I need every single drop. Literally, I need every drop. Still mad at myself for spilling some, because this is very, very precious stuff and very expensive. It's quite a expensive treatment to get infusions for hypogammaglobulinemia. My insurance has started paying for almost all of it. I was paying co-pays at the beginning when I first started, but now most of everything is covered, and I am so thankful, because this is like a new car. Believe you me, if you donate plasma, please, please, and please ask your friends to also donate plasma, because of the shortage of plasma and the shortage of people donating. The price of this is outrageous. About $10,000 to $15,000 an infusion. So, yeah. I told my friend, who we've been friends for years, he's asked me to marry him several times. I told him he can't afford me, and it's true. So, my insurance covers it, his will not. Pretty sure. So, guys, I'm done with that. I'm going to remove this little gizmo. Yeah, without losing anything. As you noticed, I'm getting ready to clamp it off. We have no need to waste any more of this expensive liquid gold. So I'm going to clamp it off right here. Okay, it's clamped. It's not going anywhere. So, everything is in this. There are air bubbles in here that I will get out. Oh, so exhausted, guys, and I haven't even started. So, because of the air bubbles that are in the bag, I have a little needle over here in this conglomeration and collection of stuff that I use to get the air out. And a little prep. Can never be too careful. A little prep right there. And the needle. I just pop it right down in here. Up comes the bubble air bubbles. Up comes the air bubbles. I've learned how to do this on my own, and it sometimes can be a little bit messy. You get bubbles coming up in there. Yeah. You can do it like this. Or, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Or you can do it like this. Twist that in real good. And just pull up. You just want to get the air out. And it's working. Get all the air out of there. And that also allows the liquid gold that may still be hiding down in this little line to come on out of there. We want all that we can get. Yes. A little bit coming out still. I'm going to take this off. I'm starting to feel the heat. This is a process, trust me. This happens every 3 weeks, and just want to make sure I got all the air out of there. And if there's any, yep, just a smidge more. Do this carefully, guys. You do not, I repeat, do not want to make a hole in your IV bag and lose any of this liquid gold. So this is a careful process. Okay. Now, and we want to make sure that we put this needle back in its little protective gizmo so that we are not going to have a problem. Okay, take that and put it away. Okay, now that we have gotten all of our stuff in here, I'm going to clamp this right here off. Once this is clamped, that it's a done deal. Nothing else is coming out or in. So that is clamped off. We got these gizmos here that are having to come off of here to make sure that everything is clamped. I'm just going to move this over here. So I like to put that back on just so we won't have anything leaking. And this one goes here. I'm not going to lose anything. Now, on this side here we have the pump. I don't even know if you can see this, guys. I hope it's filming because I've been trying to do this for almost 6 months so you guys can see the deal. But the pump gets hooked up to this area, and this is coming off, and we have a spike here that goes down into this. And now we're set to go. We can flip our bag up and set the pump to infuse. And I don't even know if we're still recording, but now we can see I've got this hooked up here, and the pump is here. Crank it on. Sorry. New batteries get pumped in there every 3 weeks. Said it's ready to go. And system is okay. Batteries are full. So, got the batteries going. Okay, needles are in, guys. Tegaderm is in place. I am moving along because we're almost at the 20-minute mark, and this was hopefully was not going to take this long. This one's in. I used the little gauze folded just to secure that needle in case in the middle of the night, because I do infuse at night. It takes about 7 or 8 hours. I keep those gizmos secure so that if I move in the middle of the night, we are not looking at losing a needle. So that's it. That's what's getting ready to happen. I am beginning to infuse the high into my thighs, and it's here. You just push on that. You can see it moving in slowly. Just for the record, this leg hurt like hellfire putting the needle in. I wasn't happy with that. This one, I felt absolutely nothing. So, I have things like that happen. Sometimes the lidocaine is working, sometimes it isn't. This lidocaine goes in slowly. I'm not lidocaine. This high goes in slowly. You probably go for about every minute you ooze that stuff up. You just push. Or me, I'm pulling on this. And you can see it moving up. This is probably upside down. Who knows at this point? Whoever's watching this, forgive me if you can't see what's happening. But if you go too fast with this, it will burn like hellfire and brimstone. So you do take it slow. Any of you parents out there who do this with your children, and they say, "Oh, mommy, it hurts." Trust me, it does. One of the reasons why I do this at night is because I get this the high in. Sometimes I go a little faster because I am running out of time. Because I do have a doctor's appointment with my spine tomorrow to see what's going on. So we're doing this, getting all that done. Whenever all of the high is infused into my thighs, this is unscrewed right here. Right here. This is unscrewed and is attached to the IV bag, which is over here on my IV pole. Yeah, so this is unscrewed and is attached to this gizmo that's hanging down. So yes, this is the zebra life. Okay, so this part, I'm holding this in my hand, trying. If you guys wonder why I don't do tutorials, this would be the reason why. I don't have all the gizmos and get-ups to do it. So this is where we switch this little thing out. Once all of this is inside, I'm going to put a little bit more. We're going to push a little of this in. Try to get it going a little faster so I can start with the big bag of stuff. The big bag of stuff right here. which will go, it takes about 7 hours for that to go in. It's almost 11:30 here, and I have a 8 o'clock appointment with the spine specialist to try to figure out what's going on with my back and why I'm suffering so. So, guys, keep me in prayers that this infusion doesn't take as long as it normally does, and I can get to my appointment without having to carry my infusion pump in this bag. Oh, by the way, this is a cool little gizmo. The infusion pump is in here. I can look at it at night and see how much is left. And it just can go with me like in a backpack if I have to travel. So that's what's going on with that. And I'm getting ready to hook all this stuff up and retire for the night because, like I said, I do have an early appointment, and I'm hooked up to all this stuff all through the night. I have been guzzling fluids because that's what you do before, during, and after infusing, so you do not have crazy side effects or migraine headaches, because you are putting a foreign fluid into your body. This is fluid that did not come from your body. It came from someone else's. And you may wonder why many people have to have so much questionnaires and have to do so many tests and answer all these questions when they go to donate plasma. It's because, baby, it's going into my system, and darling, I want something that is pure and is not going to make me sicker. So there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you if you donate plasma. Good night, all. And I am going to call it a night right after I guzzle a little bit more of this, which will be unfortunate because I will be dragging myself in and out of the bathroom with my IV PO for the next 6 to 8 hours. Good night. This is the Zebra Life. I love you all. Subscribe and share. And I'm his favorite, and so are you. Bye for now.